Hey there, peoples. I'm Chris Ormy, and I'm letting you know that a little bit more information might be at the end of this video, and in the comments, in the description, and on my Twitter at Chris Ormy about a giveaway. That's right, I've got a key for the Steam version of Out of the Park Baseball 18, and I will be giving it away. So you'll find out later on how to enter the giveaway, how to improve your chances. And yeah, best of luck to you. Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Ormy, and today we're back with Out of the Park Baseball 18 with a little bit more of a look at it, a second glance, if you will, as well as some news that I'll get to a little bit later on, and a look at some of the other stuff that's in the game that we didn't cover in the first look, because that video is running on quite a lot. So this is a pseudo continuation of the review, and you can see here we're looking at Babe Ruth. His age has been adjusted because it started in 1921, and I just simulated forward 9 years. It didn't take that long to do that, and you can see if you look at his batting stats, for example, you go down 1920, it has him hitting 54 home runs, dropping down to 50 in 21, and then hitting 64 in 1922. Last season, after a little bit of a downward curve, he jumps back up here with 56 home runs. So in this, with still, 55 games, almost half of what he's already played, he's got 33, so that's about another 16, which puts him up around the 60 mark for this season. So we'll see if we can get him there, and what we're doing, how we're doing it. But yeah, real life stats, you can see, of course, much different. He didn't really do too badly at this point. Didn't quite get over the 60 though, but he did hit his high mark of 60 in 1927. So we're now running through the 1930 season, where he started to tail off, but because he's basically been pushed forward to 1906 as his date of birth, instead, of course, of, I believe, 1905. I'm not sure if it's February 6th. I believe it is. I believe just the year has changed. So that'll be an 11-year difference. So instead of being 24 and a half, he'd be 35 and a half. So bit of an extended career there for the players currently in the game. But yeah, in real life, he did hit some good balls there. The home runs started flowing in 1927, when he would have been, what would that have been, 32, I believe. So yeah, that would have been 32. So still got another 8 years to where he hit his prime in real life as compared to the game. So I thought that would be kind of interesting to see kind of where that goes as well. Also gonna have a look at the rosters here. Hoyt is decent as well. You've got Deringer, McFadden, and I brought in, via the editor, I brought in Satchel Paige, and I bumped him up a bit because I want to see him decimate the entire MLB, to be honest with you. The entire National League, the entire series. Put as good a pitching performance on the mound as Babe Ruth puts on the plate. And yeah, the fact that Satchel Paige and those are in the game now is quite nice, because they are in as part of the new start, the new part of the whole Negro National League, which is a new addition to this version of the game. So excuse me, my throat's not working as intended, but yeah, so this is a big part of baseball history that sometimes is uncomfortable and gets swept under the rug, etc. But for this version of Out of the Park Baseball, they've decided to include the Negro Leagues, and that does bring with it some fantastic opportunities. You've got people like Satchel Paige, who is amazing. One of the best pitchers of all time, people think. So, he didn't really get a chance in his prime to hit the major leagues. So what could he have done, and how could he have played? That's all to be answered, really. So you're able to simulate this league and be the first team to bring someone in from that league, whatever it is, however you want to do it, rewrite history, try and replicate history. It's all quite good fun. You can do it any way you want to, but the Negro Leagues are new to the series, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's one thing we didn't really look at. We're not going to look in too much detail, but you can see, we can go here to the teams. We can look, everything's as, deep and as detailed as it would be for any of the other leagues. So, and I believe it, AAAs and AAs are also included from 1915 forward, I believe it is. I think it's 1915, so yeah, there is that to look at as well. But as far as the Yankees go, if you look at the, if you go back here, come on, there we go. So, you look at the pitching, not too bad. Catcher could do with some work. Basemen are okay, not too bad, but nothing really awesome. But they do have some big players to really sort of drive that team forward in terms of, winning the championship. So, you can see not too much in terms of backups right now. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty good team. If you go back to the home page here, you know that a couple of people have left, basically. Okay, let's try spelling it correctly, but you got Lou Gehrig. He has gone over to Boston, which kind of sucks. I didn't realize that had actually happened. So when did that go on? Oh yeah, he is a Boston, isn't he? He doesn't get pulled across because we didn't start the game when he was already in it, did we? So he got drafted in 22. I think he started in 23 or 24 in real life. So, he got drafted here instead of 22 and ends up at the Red Sox and not at the Yankees. So that's going to make things interesting. Not as good a Yankees team as there actually were. Interesting. We don't have Murderer's Row at all at the Yankees. We have Babe Ruth, and I've pulled in Satchel Paige. So this should be kind of interesting to see how things work out then. You can see here Babe Ruth well on his way to setting home run records. 96 runs batted in. Earl Averill doing a very good job there as well as number 2. He's getting himself a fair few hits and whatnot. And batting averages there. Gus Sir, runs batted in, home runs, he's 3rd. He's only 2nd behind the Babe, which is pretty fantastic. Not great contact, but otherwise a very solid player at the plate. So nice sort of to see, it's not all on Babe Ruth, but he is definitely out there on his own. So, yeah, we'll see how Satchel Paige fits in then. But overall, if we go to meet the team, we're creating new pictures as we go. And you can see our top prospects. There's not much there, is there? Not much at all. So Babe's the best right fielder. We've got starting pitcher that's 6th, centre fielder that's 4th, and our first baseman is 5th. Top 10 players would be Bunny Brief at left field and Walt Hoyt at relief pitching. Behind the plate, around the plate, not too much though. So we got first base, but we need to build the rest of that interior defense. That's going to be interesting. The infield really does need rebuilding. So it's kind of what I'm going to go for. Try and do some stuff here and figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to pull it off, and figure out where it all goes. Team chemistry, we can see there's a bunch of things here. Gusser runs the clubhouse, is a true captain. Excellent stuff. Sparkplug is our catcher, Wally Shang. He's currently unhappy because of his role on the team. Okay, interesting. Got some outspoken people and a selfish lefty York. So we could probably get rid of York in a trade. Get rid of Bluge as well because we're trying to upgrade there. Keep Hoyt and Avril. They're okay for being outspoken. You know, they're pretty decent at what they do. Gus Sir we can keep, and Wally we can replace anyway there. So we'll see how that really works out. Chemistry's decent, it seems, at the moment. So I'm okay with that. Players, rosters. Yeah, not really too much to do in this. You see, we've got some money to play with. We are the Yankees, of course. Need to achieve a winning record. We're on course for that barely at this point. On base percent, we need to get up on that and build the team to reach the playoffs. I think we can do that. So I'm fairly happy there. You feel free to pause at any point on this. You can see Babe Ruth paid very, very little compared to what he would be in real life, of course. The upcoming free agents, we do have Long Bob at the team. Not very good though, it seems, right now. Real life stats, we can see home runs in 1925, 1921, he hit some decent numbers. But if you look here, for home runs, he barely gets over 20 instead of 33, I think. Yeah, 33 and 25. He ends up with 21. So a little bit of a weaker performance there than might be expected. But he is a member of Murderers Row, the feared batting lineup that the Yankees could throw out. But really, none of these would be people I'd be insisting on keeping. Really don't think that that's any reason to do that whatsoever. Looks like a new scout might be in order though. Don't really see too much there. Player development. Let's see what happens here then. Yeah, see, top prospects. There's not really much in the way of prospects either. Decent there with the picture, but not much else. If we run the entire organization, we got so much here to clear out. We got so much to clear out. Not sure if we're going to be able to do that, of course. But I'm improving. I've got a good assistant, outstanding manager. We got a poor bench coach, so I think we can just straight away fire them. Good luck. Average pitching coach. You know, we're the Yankees, we can do more than that, so let's get rid and build ourselves a decent little staff room here, trying to get everything together. get the ball club moving in the right direction. Let's get rid of them. And a good trainer. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe we look at something else there. Scouting director, probably the most important for me. And there we go. So, Josh Crowder there. Favors tools. Very, very good. That is definitely the person we want. So, offering a contract. 5 years as a scouting director. That will do me. Position 1 is done. Hitting coach. So, a few scout ratings. View coach tendencies. Hitting focus. Not really too much there. Reputation. Okay. Pretty decent there. So let's go and offer him. Let's try and offer him a 3-year deal and see what he says. Let's bring him in. We also need ourselves a good pitching coach. Not really much in the way there. Let's take a look then at reputation as always. Because we're not going to go too much there. So, control issues, that's pretty good. And yeah, let's get him on board as well then. Again, try and get at least 3 years out of people if we can. It's Jeremy Roach. And there was a bench coach as well that we needed to look at. So not much in the way of reputations. Unorthodox tacticians, I mean, not really much there at all, is there? So whether I want a personable small ball manager or a conventional normal manager. Let's have a look then. Josh Novak. Okay. He faces a little bit of a trouble there because he favors the average, so we want to improve our on base percentage. Not really what we might hope for there. Okay. Doesn't favor the prospects, but that's okay. Yes, he doesn't make tough decisions necessary. So I'm not sure if he's going to be the way to go. So CJBB, what do we got here? There's a bit of speed. A little bit more on pitching. A little bit more prospects. Offense-based. Favors the average. Next to bunt and hit and run. He'll give the squeeze. Fit in with everyone. Make friends. Might not end up as the best development environment. Okay, but I like that sort of makeup. I know it's, you know, not really managing. It's bench coach. It's kind of different. But yeah, I kind of like that. High stealing, hit and run. Some sacrifice bunts. I mean, we haven't got Murderer's Row here, so we're going to have to go a different way. Pinch hitting to help. Yeah, you know, I'm not too bad in that. And he rates players more on what they've got right now. It's not about last year or the year before. It's about what you're producing right now. So, to call the lineups and everything, I think he'd be a decent person there. He does value what the scouts have to say about a person as well, but really, if you're not producing, you're not playing, that's the kind of man I would want in charge of things for me. It wouldn't really help out the development, that's fine. Wouldn't really get good relationship with Babe Ruth or Earl Averill, which is a bit of a problem. But Sir, Hoyt, and Page are all on the yes list. So, yeah, let's do it. Bench coach, 3 years, 1,000. Let's get CJ in the club. So that figures out everything there. Assistant GM, team trainers. What do we got here? So not amazing there. He can heal legs. He heals legs and arms. Prevents other. So not back or arms. That's going to be his weakness. He can heal back though. Arms are his weakness. Okay. Not good at healing, good at preventing. That's kind of what I'm looking at, actually. That's what I'm looking at. So, yeah, when you see this sort of thing, bit hit and miss, but Orlando Alvarado, not a good on hit, but he's excellent recovery, outstanding performance at trying to prevent the arm and leg injuries. He prevents other injuries like no other, and he's a good man to have preventing the back injury. So that's okay. And he, let's see, preventing arm injuries, like back. See, that's very, very similar. I'm not sure we'd be better off there, actually. Mark Lee might be the best man. So let's try and offer an extension then. 4 years. Okay, a little bit of a pay rise, but let's throw that out there. Let's see, doesn't want the GM to interfere. That's exactly fine there. Favours on base percentage, so that's good. Favours the offense, favours a bit of prospects, a little bit more speed. Fits with the bench coach that we're bringing in, so that shouldn't be an issue. Again, more on this year's stats than previous. I'm okay with that. I think he would he'd definitely work well with what we've got. Let's just check the relationships here. Yeah, again, Avril, Babe Ruth, but the rest come into play. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And the assistant GM, could eventually be one of the great baseball leaders. It's okay. Really likes current year stats. Okay. Not too bad. Just wondering if there's somebody else out there that I might want to look at that assistant GM. Maybe. Okay, so let's have a look at the GMs then and what we've got. Reputation legendary. Favours prospects, favours hitting, favours power. Heavily favour on base percentage. See, that's the kind of person I would be looking at as an assistant. So, assistant GM. Let's try and offer him a contract then and see if he wants to come and work under me. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. But this looks like someone I'd really like to be my right-hand man at the club. So, yeah, overall, we can put together a really good team. We've already got a good manager and team trainer. Really happy with those two positions. We had another option at team trainer, but that was okay. We don't need to do anything there. A manager will work out just fine, I think. There's not too much there that I'd want to change. I mean, maybe there's a better one out there. We should do due diligence if nothing else. So there's not much in terms of reputation. We've got here poor reputation, but does what we would want. Heavily favours on base percentage. I mean, that could be something. Current year stats. What have we got? unproven. Prospects hitting neutral defense, and he favors the average. That's where he falls down. Jerry Sims favors hitting and prospects, which I like. Favors speed over power, which I'm not going to lie, I'm a big fan of home runs, so I don't quite like that. But he does heavily favor the on-base percentage. So we get people on base, and if I can sign a hitter or two, get a nice draft pick that we can turn into a monster at plate, who knows, we could actually get something going there. So Jerry Sims is interesting. Doesn't matter 2 years ago. Last year has a little impact, so does the scout, but really it's about what you do this year. So go it alone when it comes to strategy. Works for some people, it's not clear if he's one of them. Likes to ban his pitches, number 8. Prone to profane outbursts, he's got passion. Fiery personality with anger players, cause outbursts. There's a reason he's made it as far as he has. Temperamental and unorthodox. Is this really what I'm thinking of bringing in here? Would this really be what I'm thinking of bringing in? I'm Babe Ruth up for it, but not much else that I could see would work for us. It should be a good relationship. Development would be below. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted. I am kind of tempted there, to be fair. But let's have a look at a sample lineup then. What's he got here? Okay. Looks decent enough. Averill, batting number 2. Sir gets on base quite a lot. He's number 3. Babe Ruth 4. 5 is another power hitter, but not much else. And then we go contact, good eye, and basically someone who isn't going to be very good. Leadoff hitter is okay. So yeah, that's probably a pretty good lineup for what I'd want. Maybe get an early run with Earl, or get him in scoring position. Gus will get on base. Babe might knock it out the park. And then, if he doesn't but gets like a double, maybe get Sir home. Or gets Averill home, puts Sir in scoring position. Bunny's got a bit of a chance of getting a home run. And then it's just grinding up bases at the end as we lower the talent, really. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Really tempted with Sims. I don't really even know why. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. I should be happy here with an outstanding reputation. The fact that he'd upset Averill and Ruth, I don't really mind. He developed the players good, and if I'm going young, that would be really nice. This is Mighty Might. This is Miller Huggins. This is what we've got, and he's got more traditional. He's got Babe on 3. Maybe they won't walk Bunny brief then, even though Bunny's got really good power. And then you got Earl batting 4 and Gus 5. I mean, that's not a bad line. I don't mind either of those lineups at all. Very, very similar, if not the same. I believe starting pitchers and bullpen and everything else. So don't think there's that many options for them. So this is a developmental guy. I think we got to stick with Mighty Might for right now. But yeah, maybe we do something else and we replace him if we want to at the end of this season. But I think we see the season out. We've done enough in terms of our change their developmental aspect of the staff roster. Not sure we can do too much with the team roster. So, yeah, let's start then. Let's go into meet the team and just make sure I understand what we're going for here. So, okay, good interest, good loyalty, a huge market size. We got lots of money. He's currently charitable, which is pretty decent. We do need to improve that infield, and I think pitching depth definitely needs something there too. So, okay, improve the on-base percentage. I think that'll come. Winning record we should be able to do, and playoffs as well. So we're almost at the trading deadline. So yeah, let's go to the trading deadline then. Play until trading deadline. And we've got a trade proposal here. So new goals from yesterday. Let's delete that one. Cleveland. The Indians would send second baseman Hammond and 20-year-old right-hand pitcher Frank Schellenbach. And we'd give up 33-year-old Kenneth Smith. Now looking at that, he's a bit of a power hitter, but he's got nothing else. So, you know, we wouldn't be losing too much there with Jack Hammond, but we would be gaining a defensive second baseman. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be better than what we've got, though. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be better than what we have at the club right now. Who we got second base? We got Huey, who he probably would be an improvement over, and Ed Sickling, who he'd be competitive with for the couple of seasons. Maybe, yeah, maybe a better deal. So I think we're giving up someone we probably wouldn't care about to get someone who barely but does improve our team. And we get ourselves not a great pitcher, but someone else we can throw in that. Someone else we can throw in that thing, in that rotation. But I can squeeze Charlie Jameson out of them. Not someone I'd be really interested in, but I mean, you know, we're going to need a left fielder. So, I mean, if you look at our left fielders currently, you know, we've got a couple of options, but they're both older, which means, you know, Charlie there, decent. He's just not a power hitter, but he can come in and take the place of Spence Harris. Be a little bit of a downgrade probably, but you know, we get a little bit younger there in terms of backup. Be able to move Spence on for someone that we might want, like a third baseman, a shortstop, or the catcher. And we still got Bunny in there as our starter. So I think that works for me. Don't want to do that. I can get Sherrod in there, and that really improves. That's our 5 players then. For Earl Smith, the right fielder, we get pitcher Cy Johnson, who's a prospect. We also get pitcher Roy Sharid, who's another bit of a prospect, but probably a better pitcher right now. Yeah, definitely better right now. So we get 2 pitchers back for that, which is okay. To cover the departure of Smith in terms of position, we pick up Jigger Stats, who is just going to play backup like Smith was. We also then bring in Red Faber as another pitcher who we can look to either improve the bullpen or move on later at the end of the season. And we pick up superstar Jimmy Fox in the trade. So let's just go ahead and complete that. Overall fan interest increases noticeably for Jigger and also there for Jimmy Fox. You gotta love this game sometimes when the trades go your way. I've got no idea why that one went anywhere near the way it did. So we're at the end of our trades. And yeah, kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Let's, you know, let's not overstate things too much. But there might even be some players out here on free agency that I'd want to pick up. Ty Cobb. Okay. Interesting name to be there. Very interesting name to be there. So I think I've got to look through these, try and find out if there's anyone I think would work for us. Joe Judge is definitely one. Definitely someone that could be in there. But yeah. As far as this video goes, I think I want to show you some gameplay. We didn't get round to looking at the 3D view, so we're going to do this game here at Philadelphia. We're going to put that gameplay together and see how we go. But yeah, we not actually got our new players in, have we? Because they're not here yet, because they're all in the reserve roster. Disabled list, nobody. Okay. So who do we need to promote then? Yeah. We definitely need Jimmy Fox over at first base, which means Donovan goes out. Jimmy Fox goes over. Starting pitchers and reserve pitchers. Let's get rid of Durham. Kerr's okay, maybe, as a relief. But let's drop him out then, so we can add Faber there to the rotation. Charlie Jameson will come in at left field there. Yeah, whoever can play right or center. It's definitely not Cuckoo there then. So Spence might be the player being moved over to right to back up there. So set position to right field. That improves our depth in the field. Nice, nice, nice. Nope. So Zeb Terry, Dave Bancroft. Do not want Bancroft. Do not want Bancroft. And I'll bring in Ivy for there. Sicking, Hammond, Creets. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Sammy Vick. Long term, maybe. I want Bob in there, don't I? So let's get rid of Gus. Leaves us one spot open. We've got 3 third basemen in here, so Ozzy starts. Cram is decent. Billy's a defensive player. We'll get him out for now. Bob Musial might need to come in as well. Wow. Okay. So yeah, let's move Charlie out. I think. Let's get Bob in there. Long Bob. Let's get you covering right field for now. It's not where you're going to be playing long term, but it's kind of where you're backing up right now. So 5, 3, 2 in every position apart from shortstop. I'm fairly happy with that right now in terms of depth. We've got outfielders here, Kerry Jameson. Yeah, we keep... maybe keep them all. I mean, Sammy Vick we could trade, I guess. But we've only just brought him in. You know, all 4 of those have just been brought in. And they're just more depth. Huey can't play shortstop. Neither can Henry. Neither can Donovan. I mean, I was kind of hoping someone could. I was kind of hoping, but nope. Okay, so if nobody there can play, I guess we're just going to have to throw another pitcher maybe into the mix. That might be where we go. Maybe bring Gene Fisher in. He looks decent in terms of that. Or then again, we've actually got Sherrod and Shelling back, haven't we? That we haven't brought through. Yes, I knew we were missing something. So there's Wright, Sherrod, who we can make a starting pitcher. So we got good pitch in there. Pretty decent all the way, I think. I think we're going to make Satchel Paige a reliever right now. And that means Schellenbach can come up. Yes. 2-2-3-3. 2-2-2. Yes. Schellenbach will come up. So we've got 5 and 5 in terms of starting and relief pitchers who can do a good job for us. We've got a little bit better on the infield and a little bit of depth in those positions that we can chop and change. And at the end of the season, there'll be more trades there to kind of work things around, including maybe Gus Sir. You know, maybe we trade Gus out. Like I say, we can trade him for like a good starting second baseman. And then we trade out... yeah, maybe we trade out both the second baseman for a third baseman. Maybe put the shortstop in there as well. And then both third basemen to improve there. I don't know. But I'm much happier with the squad. There's, you know, there's that to be said for it right now. So lineups. Available actions. Ask bench coach for all lineups. What's he going to put? Bluge to start. Contact and I. Yeah, he'll get on base, hopefully. Then we get Terry, who might be on base. Then Babe probably brings him home, if anything. Cleaning up after Babe is Earl. Then we've got Gus. Then we got Bunny. Hammond. And Shang. I mean, we're certainly better there. That's what we need to do. Now we got new players in. Now we got new players. So it's Bluge to a Farrell. And both of those got good contact and good eyes, so they might get on base for Babe to bring him home. Then we get Jimmy Fox hitting at 4 to make sure that they don't walk the Babe. And then we go to Earl Averill, who's a really nice hitter there. We go back to power with Bunny. And then shortstop can't hit at all. And neither can our second baseman. That's where we'd need to improve more than anything. For his faults, Blues is a serviceable right-handed hitter. And he's got decent defense as well. So third base, he might be a little old, but I think he holds on to that position. I think he holds on to third, and I don't think Calm really can take that away right now. Maybe in the future, probably not. But Sickling, yeah, we can definitely get rid of. If Gus Sir could actually play second base or shortstop, that would be fantastic. Jimmy Fox and him are only first basemen, so that's not going to work out for us. Which sucks, but okay. Yeah. So I trade Gus for a second baseman or a shortstop. And then I trade Musil. Maybe. Or Harris. I trade Harris. Yeah, I trade Harris because I can bring up one of the 4, and that'll get me the other position. Okay. Okay, available action. All depth charts and lineups. Just make sure it's all done. Yeah. Happy, happy, happy. Team is set up. So I will be editing this video down a bit. I will be condensing things through. So yes. Overall, we've got AI controlling the game. Yeah, no designated hitter warm-up rule. We're at their thing. So, okay, so where's the 3D option? Field view, 3D short play-by-play. Okay. Okay, we can do that. So, go to short. Fast play-by-play speed. Delay mode per line. I guess that might be a little bit quicker. And hide the picture microphone. We don't need that. And we don't need that. Okay, let's go then. Let's go and take a look at the 3D view as the New York Yankees new lineup as we approach the trade deadline are visiting here at Philadelphia. So, at bat, Bob O'Farrell. Looks like he's out. Okay, Ruth now 15 games in a row. His hitting streak. Jimmy Fox, the bomber. Oh, look at that base on balls. I think they walked him. So now Earl Averill. He's going to get run out, and not a good first inning that. Not a first inning to be really happy with. Let's see what they do. Oh. They open up with a single. Not the best here. Come on. There we go. Big bad babe there. Let's see. Can we get out of the inning here? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We keep this up. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy, what are you doing? Catch him out, thankfully. Oh, an error there would have left the bases loaded. Yeah. Nope. And that's going to be out there. So Bunny, decent power, but couldn't get anything else on it. Terrible shortstop, just gets caught out. And then onto our second baseman, who is absolutely terrible as well. Means we're going to lead off with our pitcher. But, yeah. So this is the 3D view. You know, let me know in the comment section below what you feel about it. Does it look good to you or not? Really, why can't you just tag up third, Jimmy? Come on. Oh, my. I really didn't expect us to give up a run there. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this 3D mode because they annoy me by not making optimal plays in that the ball's batted right in front of them, they don't make the step forward. And I guess it just sort of, you know, it's not an accurate movement that they'd make in the game. Like there, it bounced just below him. I think it would be more a, you know, just the resolution of how, you know, just depicting roughly what happens. The ball is hit here and it wasn't caught, and he was this far away when it was caught. But he seems to move into that position a lot quicker than the ball moves. So, on stuff like that, it looks like, you know, yes, but it looks realistic, but sometimes it really doesn't. And we're getting wrecked in this game. Just outplayed, basically. Double the hits. They got a lot more runs than us. Their hitting percentage and everything else was much better. You know, Ruth, Fox, Avril, they should have been hitting home runs, and they're not compared to what they managed to go for. Pitching was terrible for us. Absolutely terrible. And theirs wasn't much better either, but, you know, it's, it was definitely in their favor. Ah. Ain't that fun? That's how it goes, guys. That is how it goes sometimes. You can see batting leaders, Garrick there, just ahead of Ruth. And then we got Reynolds hitting quite well for Chicago. Home runs, Klein. He's actually hitting quite well. He looks like quite a nice player, actually, Chuck Klein, at this stage. As you would be expecting. But a pretty decent player here for Brooklyn. Doing some nice things. Take a look at his real life stats. Yeah, okay. Okay, 25 home runs there. He's got 38 in 32. That's his high point, sort of the future. This season he's supposed to hit 40 and 43 last season. He hit 41 last season, and he's on course for big numbers this year. So, yeah. Brooklyn's got a decent little player there. Very decent little player. Ott. Oh, I kind of want you. I kind of want you. I kind of want you. But yeah. Okay. See, they got the left fielder able to bat runs in. Ott and Klein are doing a lot of work over here, but Chicago, Reynolds is getting on base and Berger's banging him home. So there's that. As well as that, of course, Holliker there seems to be stealing bases. Yeah. There's some good players out there. There's some good players that I wish we had. Just not going to be there, though. You can see Hoyt coming in as a closer, as a relief pitcher, is doing a good job for us. Babe Ruth is doing well on the batting side of things. And really, the bullpen as a whole is working out okay. Defensive efficiency, we're up there. Bullpen ERA is up there. The starter's not really great. We're giving up too much runs. And we're really not offensively gifted, which is a huge, huge issue for us. So, yeah, that's that, guys. Thanks for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this extra look at the game. As I mentioned before getting into the video, there is going to be a giveaway for Out of the Park 18 coming up. So keep an eye on my Twitter there, and keep an eye on this video as well. Let me know in the comment section below why you want Out of the Park 18 and what feature you are most looking forward to. Because that'll be the tiebreaker in case, you know, the actual giveaway throws out. Well, I'm going to make it throw out a few names and basically then look at the comments in the section below and on Twitter saying why people want the game and what's their favourite feature of Out of the Park 18. So a chance to win a copy. Hopefully more than one copy in the future, but for right now we're opening up with one copy. It's going to run until the 24th, until the release date itself. Get going in the comment section. Keep an eye on this video because the description will change when that giveaway goes live. And there will be a post on Twitter as well. And you'll be able to do a few things there to increase the number of your percentage chance of winning. It'll be a Gleamio vote, thing. So you can try and get your hands on a free copy of OOTP18. Till then, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm off to try and rebuild the Yankees into the force that they should be. And I'll see you back here soon. Take care of yourselves until then.